And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 WKC. We are honored to be joined now by Roger Wexelberg, the president of BallCorps Corporation. How you doing, Roger?
I'm doing awesome. Great to be here.
Hey, we're glad to have you. Hey, man, this has been the talk of the town when we heard minor league baseball's coming back. Back in the day, I went to a lot of Huntsville Stars games and saw how big that was in the past. And then, like I said, of course, attendance dwindled down, no improvements on the stadium, and we lost our team. And I'll be honest, we never thought that another minor league team would come in. But thanks to Roger Nelson and his people coming in and now bringing you in, we can get excited about minor league baseball again.
That's awesome, and we're really excited about bringing the baseball team here. It's been a great process, great market so far. I've been here about a month, and the people are really engaged with it and really excited about the prospects. I mean, a great indication. Yesterday when we pared down the final five, we had over 4,000 votes. Yesterday, just voting for the names.
Wow. I still hadn't went and voted.
No,
which,
I've got
I'm not trying to push anybody, but Thunder Shark sounds pretty.
Space Chimps.
Oh, is that your Space Chimps? Okay.
Yeah. Me and Roger's already talked about it, and we've sealed the deal. It's the Space Chimps. So.
but that's exactly what we want. We want people to engage in conversation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's great to have choices.
Well, and I joined in late. Did you share with Zach or the radio audience about being in the Washington Post today?
We have not talked about that yet.
Okay, go ahead.
It was actually in the Washington Post yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
And it was a great story about the names and other teams around the country that are going with different type of names, and that's really where minor league baseball is right now.
Yeah.
With up in Hartford, the Yard Goats or the Chihuahuas in El Paso or the Flying Squirrels in Richmond. I mean, it's fun. What minor league baseball is all about is fun, and I think having a different name is fun. Yeah. You can do a lot with it from a marketing perspective.
Exactly what I was just going to say. From a marketing standpoint, it's huge.
Yeah,
a mascot.
Community standpoint, community can jump in on something like that.
Sure.
But I mean, in Montgomery, they got a biscuit, but they sell in merchandise.
Well, and when they came out with the biscuits as their name, they got a lot of flack.
Yes.
Almost no one liked it, and now it's one of the best names in minor league baseball.
Exactly. Before we get started with the names, Roger, give us a little background on where you came from and how you got to be where you are right now.
I'll do the quick 2-minute version.
There you go. That'll work.
Basically, I've worked in minor league baseball for over 25 years. At the Class A level as a GM, Double A level as a GM, Triple A level as an assistant GM, and independent level as a president. And most recently, I worked for a company called Learfield, which has the multimedia rights to 130, including Alabama.
Yeah, Learfield, yes, sir.
Around the country, I was a GM at Bradley University in Peoria. So, and I've done this before. We started a team in Gary, Indiana, about 15 years ago, an independent team in the now it's American Association. At the time, it was the Northern League. First employee hired, watched the stadium being built. It was a $45 million stadium. Named the team, the mascot, the uniforms, the whole 9 yards, and it was a great experience. It's like it's your little baby.
Yeah.
You see it from the ground up. And Ralph Nelson, who is our CEO, has been involved with it, for almost 2 years now, and has really done a fantastic job getting us to this point.
My apologies to Ralph. I was calling him Roger earlier, but I meant Ralph. So.
But to be able, like you just said, that's your baby, and to see it grow, and now you're getting so close. The stadium will be built soon.
Yeah,
and it's got to be a really cool feeling.
And it really is, and it's going to be an awesome stadium. If you haven't seen the rendering,
I have seen. It's going to be awesome.
I mean, it's a smaller in capacity stadium where the Stars played at Joe Davis, but a lot of great entertainment, hospitality areas. Whether we'll have half moon tables which can hold 4 people. If you've seen those, like at the Braves Park, SunTrust, I sat in one of those last week. So a lot of different things, and part of my background too, which I mentioned, I was a Double A GM. I've actually been in this league before. I was a general manager in Orlando in the mid '90s when we played the Huntsville Stars.
Exactly,
and they had some pretty good teams back then. Yeah. Ben Grieve and Tejada and those guys, Chavez. Were in the league when I was there. So
I mean, you got
there's a rich history.
Exactly. And like I said, like I mentioned earlier, I never thought that we would have the opportunity to get another team when Huntsville was gone. I thought do it, and I think this is a perfect spot. I was talking to Emo over here earlier, who's in charge of your community relations, I believe,
right.
and he was, I told him, I said, from Athens to Madison's 15 minutes, where before, if we left our house to go to Joe Davis, it was 30 to 45-minute drive. So this, to me, this is so convenient, and you're going to be able to get so many people in the community in North Alabama involved.
Yeah, I mean, after being down here a month, like I said, I've been down here a month, getting a handle on the geographic, geography. Decatur, same thing.
Decatur,
that's what I was telling Emo a while ago off air. They couldn't have found a better location, centrally located, coming off the interstate, 565, Highway 72. You've got people from Florence, Decatur, Scottsboro. I mean, it's not that bad when you're coming down the interstate. So it's exciting. I'm like Zach. We never thought we'd probably see another baseball game, held around here like that. So it's going to be awesome.
I liken it to when we were in Gary. The team was in Gary, Indiana, and Northwest Indiana, which is the market that we were in, has a cluster of 15 different towns. Yeah. And Valparaiso, which is actually where I lived and still live until we sell our house, was 30 minutes away. And we did a survey the third year in, and we had more fans that came from Valparaiso than any of the other towns. And Valparaiso was the farthest one.
And that's something else.
So, I mean, 30-minute drive to get to a ball game is nothing.
And kind of going back to that, sometimes when you have something like, in the beginning, everybody's going to want to come. But I think and it's so weird, and I'm just going to relate to, like, maybe the Space Center. The Space Center is here, right? Mm-hmm. But not that many people from here probably actually go to the Space Center because it is here. You know what I mean? You don't think about it as a place to go where you've got people all over the country coming. So maybe it's kind of that mindset where people from Scottsboro, Florence, whatever come in because there's not that much to do around those areas.
Well, in the beauty about minor league baseball, it changes every game. I mean, you could have a promotion with fireworks on Friday nights, a giveaway for a bobblehead on Saturday night. A Thirsty Thursday on Thursday night.
That's true. And those are all fun, man.
Right. So it's a different thing every. But that's one of the challenges is that you have 70 games coming up with 70 different promotions to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Whether it's a between inning contest that you want to mix those up so the person doesn't see the same thing for 70 games. But make them fun.
Yeah. And like I said, I work in Huntsville, so from where I work at in Research Park to where the location's going to be, it's about a 10-minute drive for me. So, I mean, it's just so convenient. Like I said, you play a night game, get a group of you folks from work. And like I said, I know y'all will be working, Emo, and all your community people will be working with a local community and with different businesses and corporations trying to get, groups of people to come and to those games.
What's exciting for me from an operator's perspective is just the demographics of this market. I mean, it's a fast-growing area with a higher income level that will support minor league baseball. I mean, the price points of minor league baseball are $15, $16 for the most
very
expensive.
Affordable.
I mean, it is very affordable, and the product you get, it isn't just baseball. It's all that other entertainment value that you get with minor league baseball.
And there was something Emo brought up off the air a while ago was that I guess some of the community people had talked to him or y'all, and they're going to maybe have some early starts because that way people that work over in Huntsville like you do can just get off work and go straight to the stadium.
Yeah. And
then, you don't have all that time to kill or come all the way home and drive all the way back. So that's a great idea as well.
Yeah.
Todd, you want to read the final 5 names over there? This is what we got to work with.
So, and I won't read the commentary.
Yeah,
so I'm just going to read the names. So we got, and these are in no particular order, even though Space Chimps is what y'all want to vote for.
Okay.
Comet Jockeys, Moon Possums, Space Chimps, Thunder Sharks, and the Trash Pandas. All different names, all fun names. I know Zach and Tim like the Thunder Sharks.
Yes.
I think Tom, said he does as well. He's not here so I won't comment for him. Can't go wrong with any of them.
No, I think they're all solid names. I think for the most part, all the top 10 were solid. We had over 3,200 people recommend names when we did the first round, and over 900 of them were different type of names, or right at 900 were different type of names. Yeah. So that's really good engagement.
Yeah.
And predominantly, obviously, in this area, the space industry or program or we're the leading things, and that's what you see in the final 5 too. There's really 3 of them are space related in some form or fashion.
And I know this was sort of controversial. Maybe it still is to some degree. And if I'm stepping on somewhere I shouldn't, just say can't talk about it, don't want to talk about it. But so is it going to be Madison or North Alabama?
Well, it might be Rocket City. I mean, those were
Okay,
those
okay.
were
Those are things
the,
that are thrown in. So
those were the three choices.
Okay, so that
those-
hasn't been determined.
It has
correct?
not been
Okay,
determined.
okay.
So you can still go vote for. So
No. We ended the identifier in the first round.
okay, so where can we go vote today if we want to vote for this?
NorthAlabamaBaseball.com.
And that will be the place to go to get all the stuff. But I'm sure when you finally come up with a name, it'll be kind of incorporated. That will be the new website.
Yes. When we have the name, everything will change from North Alabama to whatever the name is. And we're going to release the name on September 5th at Rocket Republican Madison at 6 o'clock.
Labor Day is the last day to vote. Is that correct?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
And what's funny is I just happened to be listening to you the morning you were on Dale Jackson show, and I'd already in my mind it just came to me. I thought Madison moved me in. I don't know why or whatever. And then he threw out North Alabama moved me in, and know how he was saying it should be out North Alabama. I don't know. I think Madison just rings. Rings. You know,
I can see where they want to go Madison because that's where it's
at. But it doesn't matter to me.
But you're trying
But
to
it's
get
a
the whole,
regional team.
Right,
too.
exactly.
And that's
So,
why
I
I'm
mean,
kind of
but you know
a
what?
North Alabama guy.
I mean, Auburn. You got Auburn fans that live in Alabama. I mean, you know what I mean? You don't root for a team
you
because
can't really
it's,
go either way.
Right. I mean, I think
I'm not a big Rocket City guy. If I had to eliminate one of three,
Yeah.
because like I said, that's kind of making it think it's Huntsville when it's Madison. So I need to go Madison, North Alabama. What we say don't matter. I mean, a hill of beans, but
You
No,
know,
but we want to hear everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we're doing these surveys is to get people's buy-in.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we want to go with
and
what
it's wonderful
people,
y'all are doing that.
Right.
Incorporating the community into the whole process. And I know the community appreciates that.
And I want to throw one out who everybody's been fussing at me because I posted on my Facebook page when we come up to Final Five, and I said, of course, mine is Thunder Sharks. And, of course, I got some of my smart friends who said, this does nothing to do with North Alabama, which I said, Thunder Sharks. I said, they're going to have a pool at the stadium. It can be the Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Margaritaville will also be building there. So to me, that's how I incorporate it. It doesn't have to be about a star or a missile or a rocket.
No, it does not.
There's a tie-in with all five names.
Exactly.
I mean, and there's marketing elements.
Yes.
Cool mascot is a big deal to
Yes.
marketing your team.
And
the players come and go. Your team name and your mascot are the things that stay.
And I'm not speaking Space Chimps because it has anything to do with the space program. I just in your mind you can kind of picture how they would market that and the mascot and all those different things. I just think that'd be a fun thing.
I'm telling you, any of those five though, I will promise you when you start the website and pull out merchandise, I will have me a hat because I'm a big hat guy. And like I said, I remember back when I was young, a little bit younger, and had the Chattanooga Lookouts. I always thought that that was
a cool logo.
It was
a cool logo.
And the people are missing the point. The name. This is merchandise. This will sell. This will bring people in from, like you said. Ralph Nelson said in New Orleans he was hearing people talk about the trash pandas in New Orleans. So you'll have people maybe come from other places just to see the team and the.
Just being in the Washington Post, we've got a
Washington.
and that's just
to me that's just awesome.
That's just one example of the national publicity
that
that we're getting on this. I mean, it's been on Baseball Digest, all those things. And Brandios, which is the company that's helping us with this, has done all of the big name branding campaigns for
they know how to do it.
They know how to do it, and this is pretty much what happens in every market. You get the engagement, you get people say, "I'll never come to a game," because I hate the name, and they're usually the first ones there. I'm usually. And I think you're right, Zach. All five of those names are solid names.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And at the end of the day, when the name is announced, people. A month after that, they're not going to remember what finished third. Yeah. They're going to remember what the name is.
Are y'all going to keep the same colors, or do y'all even have a color scheme yet?
It's in the process right now. It really depends on what the name
that's true.
is.
What the name is, yeah.
Figuring up the different color schemes.
Yeah. So I hadn't asked this, but I know y'all will eventually be when the stadium gets built and everything. But are y'all doing any hiring? If anybody wanted to work for the team, how's that going?
Pretty much, we're going to start hiring people after the first of the year. We're so far out right now.
Yes,
and we are going to build a staff of about 25 to 30 people. And it'll be local people, and it'll be people that have worked in sports, other places. So I'm really excited about that, and I think we're going to have one of the best staffs in minor league baseball.
I think you and me should be bat boys, dude.
There you go. I probably could be. I was that when I was a manager in baseball, high school, so I've done that. But one last question.
We can bring you out at least for one game for a promotion, right?
There you go.
There we go.
Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We've already been talking to Emo about that. So yeah, we hope to, like I said, we have a good relationship with the Huntsville Havoc. We have them on every week during hockey season, so we hope eventually we can work that, to have weekly and talk about the promotions and everything. And
sounds great, and I appreciate you having us on today.
And one last question I got to ask you. Everybody keeps asking, will this team, I know it's 2020, right, when we start.
Correct.
Will this team be associated with the Angels, or who are we going to be associated with?
Well, right now, the Mobile Berry Bears, which is a team we have, is associated with the Angels. We have not gone beyond this year with that. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Well, one quick question leading into that. So, how does that work on a minor league level? Do major league teams seek out the minor league teams, or is it vice versa? Do y'all seek out major league teams?
Vice versa.
Okay.
I mean, it's a combination of both.
Okay.
There's only 30 AA teams, 30 major league teams, and there's natural fits for some teams. Like the Braves have owned their teams forever, and that's not going to change. Player development contracts run in cycles of 2 years and 4 years, and when they're up, whatever teams are up in that period of time, there's a negotiating period. It's really not a negotiating period because it's all standard, but there's a time period from the end of the season to basically the end of September where you can sign up with a new team or go after.
So like a selection period, I guess, or something.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
always curious about that.
If it's an open team.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Right, so, well, Roger, we appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to hopefully having you back after September 5th, and we can talk about the new team name.
Sounds great. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you
so
guys. Roger Wexelberg, the president of BallCorps Corporation, and hey, you've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 WKC.